Hello everyone and welcome to Factorio. I'm Par and today I'm gonna be playing DeathWorld. So, in the previous episode we set up a stone chain that is bringing us stone from this outpost. We can actually send it on its way and it will just do something. It will bring the stone and then get back. We are producing, in addition to that, lots of bricks, and right now we don't really need anything else. We have pretty much everything that we need to have. I would like to improve some parts of our base. It's like a minor improvements here and there. I'd like to bring I would like to bring green sockets here, like this. I feel it would be better. And we could actually add a little bit, a couple of extra green sockets, maybe right here, just to make sure we always have something. Right, in addition to that, let's fix a little bit the copper situation, because I don't think we're actually getting any copper from over there. Right, we are not getting much copper. However, we need copper for this part. We need to have copper for the bullets. And speaking of that, how many bullets do we have? We don't have that many. We are almost out of bullets, so let's focus on copper. We want to bring copper here. However, I don't want to actually have the smelter running at all. I don't think we need to have the smelter actually. So that means that I would probably want to bring that copper over there. And that stuff can just be deleted, I think, completely. Just like that. Let's say we are deleting all of that. Now, what do we need here? Let's check. We don't need this copper. We don't need it here. We don't need it here. What is it being used for here? And this copper, it's not really used for anything, so I think we can delete this one as well. This line, let's delete it. We'll delete this one. So we are not using this copper at all right now. However, we have this belt. Oh no, I'd like to. Should I cancel this or not? Okay, let's not cancel this. Because I just had an idea how I could make use of that copper. Yeah, okay. It's a bit sad. Okay, let's just continue running like that. Okay, so we have some copper getting delivered right here. Now, our goal is to move it, I think, to the other side. Okay, no. Like this. So we'll have copper coming here, and we want it to be... What are we actually doing here? I think we want it to be delivered right there. Here. Right. This is the copper. So they're just... Oh, yeah, not like that. Like that. Like this. It will come here really soon. I just need to turn this line here. And that will be copper for our bullets. Okay, good. That's great, actually. So we have some bullets. What's happening? Okay, that's okay. What I'd like to focus on today, I would like to build like a really nice mall, not like the thing that we have here, but another mall design. I'll be using MOJOD, make everything kind of shopping mall design. And it's really nice because it doesn't have like excess. Well, it has lots of benefits, but one thing is that it's super easy to move around. This is hard to move around because chests are full with items, etc., etc. We overproduced on lots of items, which will not be happening with MOJOD Mall. So that's basically my goal, and I would like to find like some placement, I guess, for it. However, it's not really important with that mall design, because we can pretty much build it anywhere and then move it to like to the side or something. It's super simple to move that mall from one place to another. It's like really nice in that sense. So how is it gonna work? I'll add a link, probably. I mean, I don't really know any resource except video, I think, about it. But I'll try to add some link so that you can check this out and see how it actually works. So this is like a base block of the mall that we'll be using. Can you make it like chunk aligned somewhat to make the thing look nice, at least for now? Yeah, we actually can. So let's say this is our like base. Let's say this is like our base placement of the mall. We'll probably shift it a little bit, especially once we have a better trains. Like once we have better trains coming here, we might want to adjust things a little bit. Better, I mean longer trains, not better. Once we have longer trains, I'll probably move it in a way to like nicely fit the corner where the rails become longer. Right here, what can we do? We could basically set up something right here. Here, let's set up some conditions. How should we do that? How should we do it? Let's try to fit all of this maybe like right here. No, right, the main part of the mall. The main part is the way it works. There is a central controlling unit. I'll try to build it completely from memory. I built it several times, so, and the idea is like very nice to remember and to use. So I'll try to build this one from memory. Oh, not like this. So we'll have two signals kind of available in each of the blocks over here. Okay, I remove this. Interesting. How are we missing the connection in the middle? Okay, it's okay, I guess. Like this. Like this. Place one more. Let's see how it's gonna look like. Let's remove this line in the middle, just to make it a bit easier to look at. Okay, so what you can see, we have like these blocks. Each of these blocks will have, like it kind of consists of 4 corners, right? And each corner will have 3 assembly machines. So let's do this. Let's say we'll have like, oh, I have them already here, I guess. We have 3 machines here. We'll have 3 machines here. That's kind of how it would look. No. Not quite. How much space we have? We have lots of space here. Okay, I used wrong sizing of the blocks. We can move it a little bit down, I think. Oh, you know, we don't have to. Or we'll just leave a little bit of space. Yes, that's what we'll do. We'll basically just leave a little bit of space. Oh, look at that. Circuit veteran 2. I'm doing something correctly. Right, nice. So we have 2 tiles in between to do something. I don't know exactly what we'll be doing there. But it is definitely an option. It is an option. Maybe like make it easier to run, or we could like get some pipes in here. Let's figure out what to research next. Maybe this stuff, research speed show, these things, flammables. Yep. Let's just research a bunch of random researches. So let's start with the mole. How exactly the mole would work? It basically consists of a couple of things. First of all, we'll have a couple of decider combinators here. I'll try to stick to the layout of MOJOD, at least the way that I remember it, but I can't guarantee that it will be... Like, I cannot guarantee that it will work like that. We'll get the signal from the logistic network, and we'll see how much items are actually in there. Next, what we'll do, we'll negate this, because the way it's gonna work, we'll have a constant combinator kind of on the side, let's say here, and that constant combinator will be telling us which items we want to build. For example, we could say that we are really interested in, let's say, 1,000 of logistic robots and let's say 1,000 of construction robots. We just want to have them in our logistic network, right? So this is what we have. This will come with the green computer H2. We produce 1,000 processing units per hour, which is what? Oh, it's the blue ones, blue circuits. That's great. So this combinator will be doing the negation. Let me go relatively quickly through this. Okay, this will be doing the negation because we want to subtract what we have from what we want, right? So this is what we have. Let's get, I don't know, let's say, which wire should we use? Red wire. Let's use red wire for this. So we're subtracting what we have from what we want, and we want this stuff. Okay, next thing. Next thing, the output here is... Oh, wait. Let's think about it again. This is what we want. This is... Right, this is not the subtraction. This is the subtraction. We need to multiply it by -1. We're multiplying stuff by -1. What am I doing? Let's think again. We are taking things that we have with a minus, multiplying them with -1 here. The output is like it's our output. Then we'll take that stuff and send it as an input to the combinator that will check whether the value is greater than 0 or not. So this checking, it's not the checking one. This is the one that will do the checking. We will check whether the value is greater than 0 or not. We'll have a red connection here, and here we'll have a green connection. We'll have exactly the same combinator. We'll check whether it's greater than 0 or not. If it's greater than 0, we'll return the number. And now we can see in the right bottom corner of the screen that we need 2 types of robots. Great. Then, another thing that we'll be using, we'll actually be using this to control, like we'll have one combinator that controls whether the thing is enabled or not, because this way we can easily stop the process. We can easily stop the the logic and make it. We can empty all chests. That I'll get to this later. We can basically empty all chests with using the stick, and we'll take everything and multiply it by E, which will be like it's a marker whether something is enabled or not. Let's get this signal right here. We'll be using a red one, and now we know like the output is basically like something. You will not really see it if I disable it because the signal will disappear, but we could maybe do something like that. We could maybe remove E from here, remove this from here, connect them with the green wire, right? And now, look at that. We have all these signals as output, but if I disable E, then suddenly everything is gone. Like, the robots are not being requested as well. So that's good. Now, we know exactly what we want to get here with this combinator, right? Let's basically make sure that we are never asking for more than 100 items. So we'll have two things here, and we kind of will have two on the other side as well, but we'll get to this later. We'll check whether the amount is greater, no, is less. So we know that this is positive because we have this check. So if it's less than 100, then we'll just get the count, right? If it is larger than 100, then we will get 1. And then we will take this number, if it's got converted into 1, if it's larger than 100, and we'll just multiply it by 100. Right, okay, let's make it kind of symmetrical. This thing here, this thing here, this thing here. Right, nice. Let's get the input. Let's send the thing as, like, over here. We want to connect these signals, and we would like to send the result over there using red cable. So we want to send, we want to tell this section how much stuff we actually want to build. The section will tell us how many intermediates we are missing. So let's say it will tell us, okay, we'll get to this later, but let me just quickly connect the thing. Let's say it will tell us that, hey, you actually need to get lots of flying robot frames or something, like, let's say like 100, or let's say not 100, let's say we want to get like 1,000. It's not actually true, but whatever. So let's say it tells us that, okay, we need to get 1,000 as the output. So what we'll do, I would like to make this, kind of thinking about making it a little bit nicer. Yeah, I want to make it a little bit nicer. I want to flip this too. So let's let me move this over here. This will be moved over here. The input from there, the red one, will go here. Then from here, it will go there, and we'll send the thing over there. It's working now. Enabled. If you disable this, yep. So we fixed it. I basically just swapped these two things so that I have a connection coming to the bottom here. I think it will be nicer, and we can even have a really good light built right there. Kind of mimic a little bit the layout of the meter, and we want to rely on the presence of the signal E, maybe. If E is larger than 0, then it's enabled. I don't know, should we use colors for that? I guess we could use colors. Let's say this is... Wait, would it make sense for us to use colors? I don't know. It probably would. So if we add like a green color here, would it work? If you tell it to use colors. Okay, nice, it's working. It's actually working. Okay, great. So what's actually happening here? We have like this segment, and we want to somehow process the request, tell this assembly machines to build the stuff, and if we don't need to build anything, we want to empty all requested chests, and we want to tell how many intermediate materials we are missing. So the way MOJOD is doing that is basically by kind of having this build with lots of combinators. And the idea is that we will specify here the exact item that we're interested in, for example, logistic robots. If we need it, we will be told, we'll convert it into signal Z just to make all other circuitry the same. So from this moment on, we forgot the exact item that we were dealing with, right? It's just Z for us. We'll have a couple of constant combinators, and for example, for logistic robots and construction robots, we could do something like this. Logistic robots require 2 advanced circuits and 1 flying robot frame. So we'll basically tell here that we need 2 advanced circuits and 1 flying robot frame, right? Construction robots need 2 green ones and 1 flying robot frame. Same thing, right? We'll ask for 2 green ones and 1 flying robot frame. That's really as simple as setting this up is. Now, we know that Z tells us how many robots we need to build, and we can take the number of intermediates that we need for each robot. So this will be the output, essentially. It will tell us how many items we need to get. For example, we could get like, I don't know, we could use, I guess, like this. I would like to do it. So I don't want to have too many connections coming from this part. So this combinator is telling us exactly how many things we need. We need 200 of circuits and 100 of logistic bots. So let's just connect this thing back into the system. We'll have exactly the same thing here and here. We will also connect them back, right? So this one will be connected there. This one will be... Wait, not this one, sorry. Here's the output. This one will be connected. This one will be connected. The inputs here will go like here and here. And the conditions here are very, very similar, except this is not Z, but we'll have it for construction robots, and this is just for... I don't know for what, like for something. We'll figure this out. Now, this thing should be connected there and to this combinator. Here we should have similar connection from here to here, and then from this combinator. And this way we can set up all 3 of these assembly machines, and it should just work like really, really beautifully. Now, what we see here is that we're actually getting we need 1.2 thousand of robot frames. We can delete this thing. It's not needed for us anymore. We actually need only 200 now, right? We need 200. So we are getting this request, and we need to somehow get 200 items from the logistical network, all constructed. So let's connect this thing here. We will check only for the stuff that is positive. Right, then we'll do a tick. We need to get rid of this Z, because it's just a very huge number. So let's get rid of this. We will do the following. We'll check if we have the Z, and we'll multiply it by -1. So that's our Z, and we'll output it as a Z. Then what we are doing? We want to feed this thing as an input to this, no, not to this part, to this one that is negating the numbers, right? So we want this thing to be inputted here. However, well, actually there is no however, we can just do it. We can just connect it like this. We'll get the output from there. And one thing that we need to do, we need to send that signal over there. So this should ensure that the input here doesn't have any Zs. Can't really see it very well, can we? So we have Z here, we don't output Z here, but here Z doesn't actually come, because it's cancelled with this minus 20,000 Z. And basically this part is working, and it's telling us that we need well, it tells us that we don't actually need to build more logistic like robot flying frames, because they seem to be already present. If we disable it, then all of this is cleared, right? So let's enable it. Let's see how this will work further. We'll have a couple of lights here. We will have an active provider chest, so we want the chest here to be empty, and if we are building something, we want it to be delivered to our storage area. So let's say for now this is our storage area, but we'll probably move it somewhere in the middle of like the mall. We'll have a huge mall right there. And the idea is the following. We'll have some requester chests getting items here. We will have those requester chests loading stuff into the assembly machine, and the assembly machine will be returning them into passive provider chest. And we'll also have the same requester chest kind of looking at the we'll basically be checking if the Z is greater than 0, then so we'll use a red wire here because we are sending a signal of a green wire, so we'll have red wire connected to the chest and to this two inserters, right? And it will kind of be the same thing here, the chest and to these two inserters, and from here to the chest and to these two inserters. And the condition here is the following. We'll set requests here. Here we'll say that this is working only if Z is greater than 0, and this is working only if Z is equal to 0. Right? Or we could say like the opposite, actually. I think we could say less or equal than 0. It shouldn't really be less unless we send like really huge number, but then we probably have some problems with controlling block. So that's basically the way this part is supposed to work. We will copy it to make sure that conditions are set correctly. And now let's... well, it actually started to work. Look at this. This thing started to work. For some reason we don't... Okay. Is that 100? 100? We multiply that. We are... Oh wait, I connected the wrong thing. I shouldn't have connected this one, that's the wrong one. I should have connected that one, the output. The one that we have, like, that we are sending via green cable. Okay, now we have a request for 200 green chips, good. Now, I would like to, you know, make sure that that these lamps are working and they're reflecting basically what's happening, and we'll do this as follows. We will have a combinator just with the pink signal, for example, and we'll send it using no, let's say this will be green. We'll use it to control the color of this part. So what we're doing, E greater than 0, and we're using pink. Pink is that one. It's the lower priority signal. Okay, how should we do it? I want to send the signal. Okay, let's say we'll be using pink signal here. This is also pink. Is it fine if we have the same colors? I want this to be green, I really do. Oh, I guess it could be cyan as well. No, green is stronger than pink. Okay, this is actually working out nicely. So we have this connection, right? If we turn it off, it's turned off. If you turn it on, like this is green, those signals will be pink because we are sending only pink thing over there. So what we want to get this green signal. We want to take it from... Okay, we don't want to take green, actually, we want to take the red one. Means that we need to take it from there. So we're taking red signal here, we're taking red from over there, red from over there. and we want to know whether we want to build anything. So how do we tell that? We can connect a green signal from here to here, green signal from here to here, and green signal from here to here. Let's set the condition. We'll use colors. Will work if z is greater than 0. So that's the condition. And so if we turn it off, it disappears. If you turn it on, then it's back on. Awesome, this is working. So this is basically a kind of MOJOD model. Then we can build lots of these components. It's not exactly the only thing that we need. It's actually not the only thing that we need. There is another thing that we'll have to use at some point, and that one would use basically, instead of arithmetic combinators here, we would use decider combinators. So let me try to maybe fix this build right here. So instead of this, and instead of that, we'll be using decider combinators, and that will be used for like a slower processes. Basically, if we want to build, let's say, flying robot frames, right? Let's just try to make it work. You know, right now. Let's say we are building flying robot frames, right? This stuff. We'll have it here, and here. We want to have a red connection as the input, so this is input. This is input. That is input. And if it's greater than 0, then we will output Z with 1, just with 1, right? That's the condition that we'll be using. So here it is. And what do we need to produce flying robot frame? Let's actually, maybe we'll build it right here. You know, wouldn't be such a bit of an idea. So flying robot frame. It will need to have the following. It will need to have 1 steel plate, 2 batteries, 3 electronic circuits, and 1 electric engine unit. So 1 steel. Was it like 2 batteries? I already forgot. 2 batteries. Let's take a look again. 1 steel, 2 batteries, 3 electronic circuits, and 1 electric engine unit. 3 electronic circuits and 1 electric engine unit. I can actually copy this thing to all of this. Because we're kind of using the same recipe. In theory, we could connect them all to one, but let's keep it like separate. Right, another thing that I want to do, I want to connect with the red wire, the output here with this thing, the output with this one, the output with this one. So from now on, for example, this part is you know what, let's kind of change a little bit what the system does. Let's tell it that, hey, we actually want to build some flying robot frames. Let's say we want like 50 of them or something. Just in order to have this part receiving some signal. So now we see that Z is actually 1. Here, we want as an output to request like some amount of items. Here, we are requesting them. It's all working. The only thing that I feel is missing is green connection from here. So we're missing green connection from this output to the lamp, because we would like to tell the lamps that they're actually working, right? That's the idea. So let's see, it's enabled. Now this seems to be producing, like giving us flying robot frames. It's a little bit, you know, slow what we are doing here, but it's okay. We are getting some flying robot frames at least. So we have the kind of the process with decider combinators, which is really nice for really slowly build things. For example, one of the examples of really slow stuff, we can actually set it up like right now, right here. we can do it. I'll wait a little bit and clear everything, but we'll use lots of these combinators to set up, for example, power armor, right? Let's just clear all of that. Let's say we don't need this stuff. We will be using like a dot here, dot here, dot here, and dot there. And this one doesn't really have any. Oh, one thing. This is the wrong one. Let's copy it. Let's place it here. This is the wrong one, because what I want to do, I actually would like to kind of flip it like that. Have combinators on the outside. This, and we flip it again. So now we have a really nice build with lots and lots of kind of side combinators that we'll be able to fill out. Let's do the following. Let's move this maybe here. And I will add the connection back. So the first thing that we will want, let's set like a chest for that, I guess. Let's wait. Did we do it? Yes, we connected them. Let's request something specific for. Like, let's request this stuff. What do we want? We want some personal batteries, probably. Well, we don't need this ones. We are only interested in this. I don't know how many. Let's say we want to have like 10. No. Yeah, let's go for like 10 batteries. Maybe we'll go with like portable fusion reactor. We want to have, let's say, 3 of them always present. These things, portable solar panels, we don't want them. Personal batteries Mark II. Let's say we want to have 4 of them. Belt immunity equipment. Let's say we want to have 1 always available. Exoskeletons. I'd like to have like maybe 4 exoskeletons. I'm not sure whether I'll be using 4 or maybe even like 6. I don't know. Let's say we want to have like some of them. Well, maybe we'll just go for like 10 of this. Whatever, doesn't matter. Personal robots. I don't care. Personal robots Mark II. I'd like to have 4 of them available. Night vision thingy. Let's have 1. Energy shield. Let's go for 10. I'm pretty sure we will not be using 10. Personal laser defense. Let's also say we want 10 of this. Discharge defense. I guess 1. I don't really know why we need it. Discharge defense remote. No, I don't think I'll be using discharge defense, so let's just ignore it. And I'd like for sure to have power armor Mark II. I might even place it right here. So that's kind of the stuff that I would like to have. And right now, it's all sent over here. Let's try to build some of it at the very least. So what's the first... let me just copy it to see a little bit better the order. What do we actually want to have here? We want to have portable fusion reactor. Okay, let's have it. Personal battery. Well, we need this thing and this thing for the batteries. What else do we need? We need exoskeletons. We'll be building them here. We'll need the roboports here and here. Sure. So we already went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, we don't have belt immunity equipment and we don't have night vision. Let's do the energy shield part. So, okay, no, belt immunity. We'll be building it here. Night vision. Let's say we'll be building it here. This one will be doing the shields for us. And this thing, maybe we'll swap them. We'll have easier shields here. And like that. But also, should we? Okay, let's do it like this. This is belt immunity. This is night vision. And what do we have here? Shields, we have shields. What do we need? We have 12 in total, and here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Only 9 things. Well, 9 plus we have 1 of this, 1 of this, 1 of this. It's 12. It's supposed to... Oh, right. Personal laser defenses. Here they are. Where are we building them? Where is personal laser defense? I can see it. Oh, maybe we can't build it yet. And here we'll have like power armor too, or something like this. Let's try and basically build all of this. So, this stuff, night vision, it requires 10 steel plates and 5 advanced circuits. Let's do this. 10 steel plates and 5 advanced circuits. Right? It's probably requesting something. No, it's not. Oh, right, because I need to specify that I'm interested in night vision. So this is night vision. Okay, great. It's working. Power armor. Let's do this. It needs lots of stuff. It needs 60, 40, 30, 25, 25. Wow. Okay. 60 processing units. Let's do this. This is our power armor. 60 processing units. 60. What else did we need? We needed 40 electric engines and 30 low density structures. Okay. 40. Which electric engines? The right, electric ones, of course. Of course. Makes sense. 40 and 30 low density structures. Okay, it is. And I believe we also need 25 plus 25. Right, so let's request 25 efficiency, right? Speed modules, 25. And 25 efficiency modules. So we're requesting that stuff. And the condition that controls this here is the power armor Mark II. So now we have the stuff requesting lots of materials. Now let's do exoskeletons. These are really strong. Let's get them. Exoskeletons. We're requesting them, except we don't actually know which items to request. We'll see. We'll take a look. 20 steel, 10 processing units, 30 electric engines. Okay, let's do this. 20 steel. 20 steel. 10 what? 20 steel, 10 processing units and 30 engines. 10 processing units and 30, I'm assuming, electric engines. Okay, great. This one. Personal roboport. 20 steel, 45 battery. 20 steel, 45 batteries. We can do that. 40 iron gear wheels and 10 advanced circuits. 40 iron gear wheels and 10 advanced circuits. This one's right. Let's double check. 20, 45, 40, 10. 20, 45, 40, 10. It doesn't, like, we don't like necessarily have to use the exact kind of things here. And by the way, note that it's not working yet. It's not working yet. However, let's proceed. This thing requires 100 processing units, 20 load density structures, and 5 personal levels. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. 100. We don't actually have to deliver 100 at once. Let's just say we'll be asking for like 20 low density structures and 5 personal level ports. 20 low density structures and what else? And 5 like a regular smaller roboports, like 5 less. Okay, and now check this out. Once we enable this part, suddenly this one will also start working. So let's see. We are enabling the beta roboports. No, didn't start working. Moment, let's see. We need 5. We need 5 roboports. We have 1 personal roboport. I'm a bit confused. Yeah. We are. Let's see. We're asking to get 5 personal roboports. This part. have a wrong connection. I think I might have connected something incorrectly here. So, where exactly are we? We are sending it to this one. Why are we sending it to this one? It doesn't make any sense because the actual output here is this. Alright, it's just the red. Okay, got it. That's the red signal that we are getting here. And here, for some reason, we are thinking that we don't need to build it. We do not need to build. Let's take a look. This is personal rubber port. Here we are building a personal rubber port. Here we are building a better rubber port. What exactly is going on with this build? We are asking for personal rubber ports Mark II. Personal rubber ports Mark II. They need we need 5 personal rubber ports. So here we know that we need 5 personal rubber ports, and we're sending the signal over here. So we know that we need 5 of them. And this build, rubber ports, personal rubber ports. We do not have 5 of them in the logistic network. Let's take a look at this part. So we are getting the request for 5 personal rubber ports. We are sending it here. It's greater than 0. Great. Now we are negating it here, and the output we still have it like 5 personal rubber ports that are needed. Okay, so this is the input, and the and in the input here, what do we have? We have right, because we didn't need to, like, we shouldn't have negated this. Of course. I get it now. So we shouldn't have negated that. We should just take that thing. We should just take all of that without negation, and we want to send it over here. So we need to fix this wire. From here, we want to send it over here. And now, oh, no, wait, what did I do? It's the correct one. It's this one that is not correct. This one that is not correct. This thing needs to go. Okay, let's think. This part is getting negated. We don't want to negate this one. We want to send this output right there. Actually, right here. We want to send it here, but it's connected to this wire. So let's do this. Connect it like that. And now we are told, yes, okay, now it works, great. Now we are told that we actually need to build these things. Okay, we fixed the build. Yeah, let's finish it. This one is working, I guess. We are using slightly lower amount of processing units, that's okay. So this part is running, it's doing something. This one, I guess it will be pretty slow to do anything, that's okay. This one is belt immunity equipment. Let's do this. Belt immunity equipment, it's over here. Belt immunity equipment, let's have it. We are trying to build it. The problem is that we don't know what we need. We need 10 steel and 5 advanced circuits. Let's do this. 10 steel and 5 advanced circuits. So here's our belt immunity equipment incoming. This one, the 10 steel, 5 advanced circuits. This is gonna be the regular shield. Simple shield, this one. Right? Okay, we don't need it. Exactly, we don't need it because we're asking for better shields anyway. Better shields require 5 processing units, 5 low density structures, and 10 energy shields. So, 5 processing units. It takes a while to 5 low density structures, right? It takes a while to set this up, but once it's set up, it just works really beautifully. And the only reason I'm even setting it up is because I'm not importing blueprints, right? If I were to import blueprints, then it would have been like much easier, because MOJOD has all of these things already pre-built, right? You do not have to do it like this, like the way that I'm doing it. Right, here what do we want? We want 200 processing units and 50 low density structures. Okay, we're not gonna be asking for this many. We'll be asking just for 20, for a little bit of processing units. And how many was that? 50 low density structures. Wow. Okay, let's ask for 50. Guess it's okay. Guess it's okay. And we would like to build... What do you want to build? We want to build this thing. Really awesome stuff. Here, we are trying to build batteries, like a regular battery. And we'd like, for the batteries, we'd like to have... okay, it's personal battery that we're building. Till steel plate and 5 batteries. Till 10 steel plate and 5 regular batteries. Here we go. It's not built yet. For the last one, we need 15, 5, 10. Okay, let's do this. 15, 5, and what 10 did we need? We need, okay, personal batteries, makes sense. We'll ask for 10, or this ones, right? Okay, 10. We're getting it. And here we need to say that we're actually building this, like, good batteries. And now this whole block seems to be working. We already have like this equipment, like night vision thing. This stuff is already there. We have enough roboports, personal roboports, it seems. So we are not building more. So this part of the build is working great. And the best part is that we don't actually need to build these things here. Like, this part is not needed at all. This part is not needed. We can delete it. It's just not needed for us anymore at this point, because we have a proper kind of build for that. Well, by proper I mean we have like MOJOD kind of solution for that problem. And yeah, here we have it. This is based on decider combinators, good for things that have like really huge, like long crafting times, or that are needed in really small quantities, or which require, well, basically that, yes, basically that, low quantities or really long build time. And we have like the other build, this kind of stuff that is good for pretty much everything else. One problem here that we have. Okay, let's copy this. I copied it. I want to delete all of that. And I want to paste it, but I want to paste it flipped. Like that. Right, I want it to be flipped because we are setting this combination, we are placing the combinators kind of in the middle. Well, not in the middle, but the opposite of middle. We are placing it on the border of these blocks. And like that. So we just rotated the thing. Yep, that's MOJOD mall. It will become, like, it will look really awesome at some point. Not yet. We need to make it a little bit better, like add some speed modules, improve assembly machines to Mark III, like this kind of stuff. But that's general idea. We can configure exactly which kind of items we want. If you say that we don't need this stuff, it will be just returned in the network. Let's not do that. And we can also turn it off completely, like this. We can completely turn it off. I am not sure about that build. You know what? Let's delete it. This seems to be a bad build. We will copy from this part, because this part is working. We know that this thing is working. And yeah. We'll need to set this up. But we can do it. We can do it later. Let's remove this part. Okay, that's it. That's like the start of our, well, not our, but MOJOD mall that we'll be using for this base. And basically the idea is that we'll have resources coming from this side, delivered by trains, the mall will be producing them, and will be sending it and supplying the outposts. That's what the main base will become at some point, but not today. Not today. Okay, let's stop here. Thanks everyone for watching. This was episode 54, and I hope to see you in the next one. Cheers!